Hello students! Today I thought you might like to make your very own virtual pet fish. So to start with, we're going to get rid of the little sprite down here, the little cat, and click on the little bin. I'm now going to go down here and I'm going to scroll up here to paint a sprite because I'm actually going to draw the sprite myself. If you wanted to, you could also choose the sprites and maybe make a little pet using one of these, but I quite fancy doing a little bit of artwork today, so I'm going to go up to paint. Now this opens a board just like paint, so I can click on a paintbrush, I can go in here to choose my colours, and then basically I can start to draw. I've just done a little dot there, so I'm just going to click undo. And now I'm going to make a nice circle. There we go. I'm then going to pick a darker colour to do his little eye. There's his little eye, little bit squidgy eye. I'm then going to move, what colour shall I have next? Let's have a dark blue. I'm going to do his gill and his little mouth, which is like a little butterfly, half a little butterfly wings. I do his little scales, like lots of little U's. There we go, and another little one. Oop, and there we go, another little one. Next up, I sort of do a little U, upside down U for his little fin at the top. The little fins down here, I usually make like little teardrops. So there's one and two. And then his tail is like a big old fan. So I just pop that there, and then join those together. He's quite a fancy looking fish. And then, there we go. Next up, I can click onto the little paint pot and I can go in and choose some colours to colour him in. Now, if it doesn't colour the fins in, you may just need to pop onto this button here where it says Convert to Bitmap. I won't go into an explanation of it now, but just to show you can convert to bitmap, and then I can choose some colours, so maybe I don't know, a little purple. Click on the paint pot, and now my fish is looking rather glorious. Wonderful, and convert back to vector. Now I'm going to pop down here to the backdrop. I'm actually going to use one of the backdrops that have already been done, a nice underwater one. So he's got a fish tank, my little fish, and here he is in his tank. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'd like my fish, he's called Bob, by the way, Bob the fish. I'd like Bob to move around inside his tank. So I click on the sprite and then I go up to here to this button where it says code. And now I'm simply going to just use 3 little bits of coding. The first one I'm going to go to is this yellow one, events, click. And I'm going to use this one, when the green flag is clicked. If you remember when we did our coding class, that was one that Mrs. Klein used a lot. So when the green flag is clicked, next up I'm going to go to control. And I'm going to go to the one that says forever. So when the green flag is clicked forever, I want my fish to do something for me. I'm going to go to motion. And basically what I'm going to get him to do is I'm going to get him to glide 1 second to a random position. Random is just anywhere in the tank. So, now, next up, I'm going to make my screen nice and big, full screen. And now I'm going to click the green flag And hopefully my fish Bob is now going to bob around, gliding around his fish tank, having a lovely time. Now the last thing that you'll want to do is to save your lovely fish. So I'll just make my screen so I can see the project again. To save it, if you've got an account, I've got an account, Blue Iguana 20, so I could just save him on my login. But if you don't have a login, you can just go to File and Save to your computer, and he will automatically go here into downloads. So if you want to have a look at your fish again at a later date, you can just go File and load from your computer and get him from downloads. And there you have it, your very own virtual pet fish.